Ladies and gentlemen, the Third World War will not be presented tonight as scheduled so that we may bring you the following live presentation. The Third World War will be rescheduled for a later date. But now, here's... This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation. Good afternoon, good Friday morning, Saturday morning to you in Australia, good Friday evening to you over on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. Good afternoon to everybody in the United States. It's weird to think that there are people from so many countries here. I hope I'm coming through okay. Nice to see you all. Let's go straight in with our hellos. Hello, Nancy, Tom Couples. Always glad to have you here. Leslie, always an honor. Always great videos that you put up. A slightly belated happy birthday to you, Andrew, at 156. Andrew, hope you had a good birthday. Randall, always great to see you here. Artie, I found your long-lost mother. Hope you're doing well. Mark at Hameldown, welcome in. Great to see you. Tim JD, always an honor to have you here. One of the old stalwarts on my channel. Let me see. Chris, another stalwart on my channel. Nice to have you here. Ray, you haven't been saying how you've been bowling. How's bowling going so far this year? And if you're bowling, do well today. Let me see. Am I missing anyone? Tom Couples, another vaunted member. Joseph and Simon, how are you guys? Nice to have you both here. There's Greg and Tom Couples. I think I said hi, but if not, I'll say hi again. Simon the Railway Enthusiast. As always, Dwight Curley is here. There you are. Hi, Dwight. Nice to have you. I try to look at the camera and catch names because I like, making eye contact with everybody. I hope you're all well. It never rains, but it pours. It has been a tough week. Joyce will not be joining us. How do you even begin to explain what Joyce is going through right now? Those of you who follow know that her brother has a terminal illness, ALS, known in America as Lou Gehrig's disease. It is a hard to explain disease that basically destroys all your muscles, but your brain is completely intact. That might be Joyce saying, don't want to talk about it. Let me check this message. Nope, she's just responding. And about 3 weeks ago, he had to be moved from assisted living to full nursing living. And he was put in this place. And within a few days, he was unhappy. And everybody thought it was just the adjustment moving another time because he's moved like 4 times in the last year. And as weeks were going by, he was just he looked like he was deteriorating badly. Well, basically, and I have to be careful what I say, but I won't name the institution. But basically, he was being neglected and mistreated at this institution, full care institution. He was completely, and long story short, he went to the hospital where everybody's saying they basically were killing him. And he would have been dead in a day or two. Well, 3 days here, I think it is. Joyce can correct me. I think it's 3 days he's been in the hospital, 4 days he's been in the hospital, maybe 5 now. I think it's been all week, so maybe it's 5 days in the hospital. And he was showing improvement. And today, Joyce has been in communication with me because they were getting ready to move him to a new facility. And Joyce took half a day off of work to help move. And apparently, he's just plummeted in condition all of a sudden. After showing improvement the last couple of days, basically, they now think it's going to be days or maybe even hours. So Joyce is at the hospital with her brother. Family is coming in as quick as they can. But it's bad enough that her brother is dying, and it looks like he might be dying very soon, but that this may have been prompted to be happening a lot sooner because of this mistreatment at this facility. And yes, the family is looking at legal ends to do with this. They just got to get all the information in. Hey, Evo, how are you? Jerry, class 812. Kieran came in. Hi, Kieran. Andrew McDonald from March West Junction. So I'm sorry to start the show off with that, but just so that people know. And the problem is the people taking care of him apparently don't understand. They thought he had some other disease that not only caused his body, but thought his mind was gone. And people don't understand with ALS, your brain is as vibrant and alive all the way through it. Your brain is alive. It's just no longer communicating with the rest of the body. So he's been able to communicate. He was able to communicate the last couple of days and talk about how these people are walking around the place, how they hate their job and they hate doing this and they hate doing that. And I guess they assumed that he was crippled in the brain too and weren't paying attention to what they were saying around him. But it was just, And I appreciate all that, people, but Joyce is the one that really needs the support. She's apparently watching, so just, this has been hard for her. So, and maybe it's been, there's so many other things involved that it's been hard on her family. I feel bad for her family. And I don't like to see any human. If you guys follow me on Facebook, if you follow me here, I'm a sensitive, caring person. I care about humans. And that's all we'll talk about that. But I don't like to see anybody suffer, whether I like them or not. I don't like to see people suffering and to be abused. That's the one thing that really gets my anger up. It's people that are in need and being abused. That really drives me up a wall. All right, but I've said that, and if you don't mind, I'm just going to kind of say let's drop the rest of it for now, and let's try to move on to happier things. As you guys know, on Wednesday, I dropped a video, and in that video, I got this. Whoops. Oh, shouldn't cross my legs under a desk. So I'm just going to take the camera over there, and hopefully I get enough slack here. Are you going to give me slack? No. There they are. There is my new locomotive right there, and the other new locomotive right there. Now give me a second, or I'll switch cameras real fast, so I'm not driving you crazy. This got wrapped around something here, so now I'm trying to figure out how to get it unwrapped. All right, you move. how this got wrapped around here, except when I was moving stuff. Daggum it all! Come on. Really? 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 Okay, apparently I'm not going to move it. I'll have to... Give me a second there, folks. Got to sort this out. I moved some things in here, and apparently I did not think what I was doing. Okay, can I move this now? Good. All right, I can move that. Now I can maybe move this. I guess I should have prepared this. I just did not think this was already. There we go. And here we go. So I'm going to do that. That's better. Yay. Okay. So bear with me, ladies and germs, because I thought I had this set up and clearly did not. Control 2. Come on, work. Okay, so here we go. Now I can put this back, I think. No. You stay over there. Keep that cord there. So anybody coming in while I'm babbling and making a mess here? There we go. Okay, yay. Done. Because I got to move that again. All right, so now, here we go. Let's go to that one. So here we go. There you can see, this is the newest guy, my 218. We'll let the camera focus on it. I've wanted a 218, but I didn't want this one. I didn't want this one. And when it first came out, I kind of looked at it, thought, it's kind of weird. But the more I looked at it, and the fact that it was an available 218, I changed my mind, decided I wanted it, but they sold out. Well, they did a second run of them, and it's sold out again, so I'm glad I got it. Now, the color scheme is actually two companies. It's the white and red of Deutsche Bahn, and then the other company here is, can you see? There we go. There's some slack. Yay. Focus. Come on. Focus. It's AW Cottbus, and AW Cottbus is a railroad repair and maintenance facility. So they were raising money for a couple of things. So Pico and Maryland went together and paid to have this locomotive painted in this scheme, and then they both sell models, and part of the proceeds from this model go to support the program that they're supporting here. But it's a really gorgeous locomotive, and I'm jinxing myself, but last night during test running and when I ran it in, it's been amazing. It's running well. And then this is a guy I got about a month ago now. So that's the other newest locomotive. Another really striking livery. I think you guys will agree that's kind of a cool one. That's a Maryland locomotive as well. So these are both Maryland locomotives. And now I'm going to make y'all sick again. Sorry, but there we go. If I can get everything situated. There we go. All right, back to normal. All right, so a couple of really cool locomotives. I'm pleased with them. And again, I'm jinxing myself. Everything else has been goofy today, so I have a hunch I'm just dooming myself. I'm going to, after bragging about how well it's run so far, we're going to have issues today. But literally, after I ran it in, it felt a little lightweight. I mean, it wasn't lightweight, but for a bit as big a locomotive as it is, and it really is one of my biggest locomotives, it felt like it should be heavier. So I worried it would struggle going up the incline on the back of my layout. You know, I've got a decent incline there. Supposedly it's 2%, but I think it came out more like 2.5%, 3%. But be that as it may, it ran great. I ran it for an hour while I was filming the video that I dropped, and I was impressed. Smooth. Going up the incline at 90 kilometers an hour scale speed, it just did it. No slowdown, no struggling, no wheel slippage, and at what I consider a slow speed going up that. All right, Randall says he's leaving. All right, Randall. How hard can what be? So anyhow, what that did was it set me up for today's theme. I decided to get out and run outside my rail jets. Both my rail jets are parked today. I thought I would go ahead and run my trains with the best, my coolest or weirdest locomotives. Let me get another one here for you. I'll show you. What camera am I on here? Is it this one? No, it's got to be that one. Yep. Okay. So I decided I'm going to run my trains with the coolest liveries on, or my locomotives with the weirdest or coolest paint jobs, my artistic ones. So Beethoven is going to be running today. And then this class 181, I know it looks like a basic red, but it's a really cool locomotive, especially when lit up. So I thought I'd run this one today. So my 4 locomotives, my 4 really cool or funky different locomotives. So that is what we're running today. So how about I stop talking about what I'm going to run and let's get them running. And has anybody come in? Ifo is here. Hi, Ifo. Yes, Ifo, that's right. That's right. I forgot exactly what it came from, but yes. Because again, when it first came out, I wasn't interested, and then I just bought it. I've been playing with it instead of studying why it's the colors it is, other than the red and white for. But yeah, AW Cottbus, which is in East Germany. I don't know what you're talking about with your railjet, Artie. All right, let's get him started. Now, where's the other knucklehead? There he is. And we will get this guy going. I might play his sounds a little bit later. So we'll do that one. And I apologize, I am skipping the chat. The biggest loco is an HO Pere Marquette. I thought the big boy was a pretty big locomotive model-wise. Okay, let's get Beethoven going. Got all his lights on. Okay, we'll get this guy going. Whoa, wrong way, Tex. Where's Jean Ricard? He wants to, hey, Kiwi Dave, hello from New Zealand. Hi, Lindy and Kyan. Opa says he loves you, Kyan. How are you? And then we got one more guy to get going correctly. God, why am I on this camera? I hit the wrong one. Here, why don't you guys watch some trains going around? There we go. Watch some trains going around. And let's get this guy going. Okay, I think that is everybody in motion. Good, we're set. Hey, hello, JPC. Welcome to the channel, unless you're from Portugal. Good night from Portugal. Is that you, Luma? Did you change your name? If not, welcome to the channel. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. There we go. Got to do it in the right voice. All right. If you have a channel, you want to advertise, you want to try to get people, tell them a bit about it, drop your link. Everybody can drop your link here. So, yeah, I'm running all my, I guess the term is funky locomotives. The ones with the funkiest paint schemes. Other than the really cool looking Railjet and the 2 Railjets I have because they needed a week off. Oh, it's Stefan. You changed your name. That's okay. I liked your old name. But the Car Taker Garage. Cool. All right. Nice new name. Oh, it's one of the biggest you own. Gotcha, Kieran. Yikes, Randall. That's not good. Can't leave your wallet laying around railroad, guys. But anyhow, so anyhow, about the episode you just saw, again, Matt Clarke is a serial, okay? It's not, you can watch one episode and you might get the basic plot of that episode, but it is a serial. And stuff I did in Series 1 was set up for stuff in Series 2. For example, you know, the stuff with Smokey was not a surprise, or shouldn't be a surprise. If you go back to, if you didn't watch the Christmas special, you missed where Matt Clarke, as a thank you to Smokey, and because Smokey was a little depressed at Christmas, Matt Clarke got Smokey named an official junior deputy marshal for the railroad. So he is a legitimate marshal. And that is because when I wrote the Christmas special, I already knew the basic plot of Series 2. I was already writing it. So the Christmas special planted some seeds. Ivor, see, if you didn't watch last week's episode, and I can understand, it had a lot of exposition. Now, I enjoyed it, but I can see sitting there watching it, it was very dry. There wasn't a lot of slapstick humor in it. There wasn't a lot of bawdy humor in it. It was exposition. I had this great background story for the Kahat, and I wanted to reveal the whole plot as much as I could without the surprises that are coming down the road. So I threw it all together. And I just threw it in that one episode. And I could have cut back a lot of the background plot of the Kahat, but I had created this backstory for him, and I really wanted to tell the whole backstory. And I could, and trust me, I did cut 5 minutes off of that episode. Even at 14 minutes, I cut 5 off. But really, to me, the best joke in that scene was when he talks about how he killed his maternal grandfather, you know. Then he fell 1,000 feet to his death. He fell after I pushed him. You killed him? I didn't kill him. The end of the fall killed him. Which I think is funny. All right, bye, Nancy. Take care. Yes, let's see, EFO. That could be. Nope, the Railjet is not on the rails today. Sorry, Stefan. The Railjets are not running. Neither Railjet is on today. I'm showing off my, well, actually, 3 of my newest locomotives. And yeah, and Simon, you're going to pass me. You've gained what? 300-400 subscribers in the last month, Simon. I'm at just over 1,100 now. I think I officially passed 1,100. And you are flying up there, so you'll be past me in a day or two. Yeah, Randall, I appreciate that. I just think, I mean, the story worked. Maybe I could have shortened it up. It might have dragged a bit to some people. I mean, I was worried that it was dragging. I enjoyed the story, and being the writer, it didn't drag as much for me. But, you know, if you're just following along and you're like, okay, there wasn't really any boom humor to it. Yeah, the Pico Markin split one. But so, and then obviously the behavioral changes in Smokey started showing up in the Christmas special, actually at the end of Series 1. But anybody who's jumping to this channel and seeing the Matt Clarke, it's not that I'm trying to get viewers, but if you want to understand these characters and the dynamics, you really have to go back to Series 1 and watch them through. You know, it's not like Batman where every 10th issue they retell why he's the Batman, or every movie where every other movie becomes how he started again. To understand where these characters are coming from. The Ivor bit, I think Randall was asking if, you know, Ivor was working for the Kahat. Well, if you go back to scene 3, he had already been kidnapped and was working for the Kahat. And at the end of last week's scene, Donovan comes in and tells the Kahat that Ivor escaped. Yo, Kahat dude, that engine driver, Ivor, whatever his name was, escaped, man. He split. And so this story picks up where Lil and Matt found him on their field at Lil's ranch, and he was sick. He's in opium withdrawals. And so they went and got Madame Lot, because Madame Lot deals in the underworld. Madame Lot runs a whorehouse. She deals with the underworld. They went and got her because they figured she might know more about this than these simple country folk. So they went and got her, and she said, quick, get him to her place where her girls were taking care of him, and that's where everything comes in at the end. But if you listened to the plot in last week's episode, Kahat has to start a war. He's going to try to start a war between the Indians that are near his and the U.S. Army. He needs a war, not because he wants the war, but his benefactor wants that war, because the benefactor wants the land the Indians are on. And Ivor was a part of that plan. Oh no, EFO, that's one of the keys. As a writer, as a creative writer, and as a failed comedian, you can't run. There's plots and there's events that are just so tired because people do them all the time. Definitely, it's nice to have a running joke, but there's a time to let the joke go sit down. And Series 1 had a lot of running jokes, and some people are waiting to see those running jokes come back, but they've run their course. It's done. It's Nancy, or it's Lil, damn it. Hey, Nancy, it's Lil, damn it. That was great, but it came to an end. It was time to bury that joke. We haven't completely buried it. If you watch the Christmas special and scene 3, there's people in the crowd that are like, where's Nancy? So, and so, yeah, I'm trying to avoid repeating those plots. Or beating a joke into the ground. You have a running joke for a bit, and then you let it rest. Oh, okay. I'll get to it. You gotta you can't. That's why the Donna Lot jokes. They're, that, I'm just Donna Lot. You look like you have. Those are gone. Because hey, Digger, how are you? Yeah, Kiwi Dave, on this past Wednesday, the day before yesterday, I dropped a video. It's on my YouTube channel. I did my review of it. Hey, James Gibson, welcome in. Nice to have you here. Got 28 here. That's awesome. Digger Evans, who dropped another video, did a great job taking a plastic model kit of a locomotive and turned it into a Rust Bucket 1. Really awesome video. Hey, Simon, great to have you here. Man, I miss talking to you all the time. Andrew T, how are you? Been a little while. Hope you're doing all right. Well, if you missed the start of it, I guess I'm okay. Joyce will not be joining us today. Joyce is having a severe crisis in her family, and I think I already brought the chat down talking about it, but her brother is dying, and apparently it's going to be much sooner rather than later. But yeah, I am impressed. I will tell you this. I am impressed with this new 218. It is running smooth, and it is going up the ramp without any issue. It's amazing. Let me catch him coming around here. I'll catch him going, I don't know what's the best one. Maybe we can kind of catch it on here. No. He'll come past here. You can see the ramp there. Well, that guy's going to go down, but there, look at that, full speed. Not any slowdown. Nice and smooth coming up, powering through. Just, I am amazed considering that I didn't think it felt heavy enough. I felt like it felt a little lightweight, but that must be a strong motor in it. I am just absolutely impressed with it. I will let this guy come around. This is another guy I like. You don't have your lights on. Why don't you have your lights on, fella? Do you have them on now? Yes. Huh. I thought I turned them all on. Yes, it does, Leslie. It has traction tires. All my locomotives have traction tires. Other people will know more than me, but every American and Loco locomotive I own have traction tires. Now, as all of you know, I'm very childish, enthusiastic about my trains. When I get a train, it's, oh, cool, this is so awesome, it's cool. But sometimes some of them impress me a lot more than others. And out of the box, my railjet was just awesome. Okay, my Austrian railjet was gorgeous, and it ran beautifully from the day I put it on. The railjet's a superstar. Everything about it is 100% A+. The 146, though, the 146.5, the ICE 146.5 that pulls my double-decker white ones, both the Bravo one Joyce got me and the American one I bought last year were impressive out of the box. They just ran beautifully, nice and clean, smooth as silk, beautiful. Well, hello, Jim Tedesco. Welcome in. We need to knight you. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. But the 181.2 that is running today, he's coming down the, oh, by the time I switch the camera, he'll be off of it. Yeah, that red one coming down and going around the corner right there. He was awesome right out of the box. Just ran smoothly from the get-go. Now, others have been less impressive. For example, the Beethoven locomotive. Is he coming around where we'll see him relatively fast? Well, let's catch him on this one. Yeah, there you can see Beethoven. He's even looking at you. And there he goes past. But that Beethoven one is gorgeous. The detailing on it is amazing. But it's a weak runner. It's a weak puller. It can't pull a lot of cars. especially up a ramp, it has. It's not a strong runner. It runs fine as long as it's a simple circle here and it's not pulling a lot of cars. But yes, it was very, very disappointing. It's still a nice Loco, but it's not a strong Loco. It obviously handles these 6 cars it's pulling well enough, but if it went up a ramp, it'd be slipping, if not stalling out on the ramp. It's a gorgeous one. It's just not a strong puller, especially if it's got to go uphill. So, yeah, so this guy coming down the 11 lane, this two-tone locomotive, and again, when it first was announced, when it was in the new item catalog last year and they announced it, I was like, I didn't know how I feel about it, but now that I have it, it is gorgeous. I love it. So it's grown on me really fast. And then the only locomotive I haven't talked about today is the other red one that just went past. That is my oldest surviving locomotive. Actually, it's my oldest locomotive, period. Because what I had before was an ICE-3, which didn't have. Is it a weakling like its owner? Artie, when you come to America, we'll discuss what a weakling is. I prefer a 5th of Jack Daniels. But boom. Thank you, everybody. I'm here all week. Try the veal. Needs to eat more Vegemite. Artie needs to eat more Vegemite. That's right, I don't have that one camera on. But what's funny is I did a cab view, the first cab view I've done in a while. I did a cab view run and posted it as a short on my YouTube channel. That got so many hates or dislikes. Okay, wow. It got more dislikes than any video I've ever put up. It's like, okay, wow, what was wrong? It got so many dislikes, it was ridiculous. It was like, did I pee in somebody's cornflakes? It was just so, there was so many dislikes on it. It got more dislikes than any video I ever posted. It was just a little cab view of the 218 running through. That was funny. All right, I'm going to turn the sound on for a bit. So I apologize if the diesel sounds get a little annoying. All right, Simon, take care. Again, I really think YouTube should just disable the dislike. Just you like it or you didn't, disable the dislike. You know, because I'm already a bit of a pessimist. If I put up a video and it's got 500 views and 10 likes, that means 490 people didn't like it. You understand? I don't want to make anybody else that negative, but that's my attitude. If I put up a video and it's got 500 views and only 10 likes, that already means 490 people didn't like it enough to give it a like. That's all you need to know. See, the thing with the Beethoven one, it's creepy. It goes past and it looks like it's looking at you. But we'll just follow this guy completely around the track. He is running a bit fast, so I apologize. Oh, that guy's flickering again. Oh, well. Oh, that was a, hey, look, they're all here view. Have I seen the Noab Di3 Loco, Denmark, Norway, and the German diesel locos from the 70s, 80s, and 90s? Probably not that I would know. Maybe by accident, but no. All I know is that is the modern. All I know is modern, nothing else. I've seen locos like some of these, like the 215s, the 211s, the old 120s that just went out of service in Germany. But otherwise, I only know modern. Oh, yeah, Artie. I mean, I'm the same thing. I think I have given 3 thumbs down to 3 videos, and that's because I watched them and some really nasty and wrong happened in there. Like where they were ripping on another channel like, well, this guy's such a jerk and blah, blah, blah. I don't know why everybody likes him, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? You're a douche. I thumbs down and turn it off. Just like this week, I unsubscribed from 5 channels because they started, you know, I come to your channel to watch trains and talk trains, and people start going off on things and saying stuff that I don't want to hear or see. And if that's what you're going to do, I'm not going to be there. Right, EFO, and that's the thing. And that's why the ESU is more expensive, because they have a more complex sound system in them. But I will say, I have never owned an ESU Loco. I don't know if I ever will. I've got some ESU cars. They're gorgeous. But they're overpriced, and they are fragile. They're gorgeous, but for how delicate they are, they're overpriced. I could get almost as good from another company for almost half the price, and I fear their locos will be that way as well. Their locos are much more expensive than the Roco and Mericklin, so even if they get the sound better, or if they get something else better, to me, is that worth the 25% markup? No. But, you know, and so talking about, you know, hey, there's a garbage channel and they have so many subscribers. Well, it's not garbage to other people. You don't like it, I don't like it, but those other people do. Uh-oh. Time out. What the heck happened here? Ha-ha. Somebody somehow disconnected. What's going on here, you? What the heck, dude? Yeah, see, you don't like to be pushed that way. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I did not catch that these guys
uncoupled out of the blue. Like I said, something was bound to happen today. It's just the way it is. Why they uncouple at times, I don't know, but they did. Back in business, not a real problem. Hey, Mark, how are you? Nice to see you. Have to pick up your daughter. All right. Mark Donegal Dad, awesome channel. I just watched your video before my premiere started, Mark. Awesome video. Nice of you to give Mark at Hemmeldown a shout out. Mark is a great guy. I don't know if Mark came in here, but he usually pops in. But see, I know why my channel is where it's at. And there's a funny thing. There are several channels. Let's just talk model trains. And I'm not going to call out names because I don't call out other channels. And I'm not being negative about those channels. But there are a few channels where they put out videos. Here's how you increase your subscribers. Here's how you increase your subscribers. And yet, they have 1,500, 2,000, maybe 3,000 subscribers. The guys that have the big channels, they have never put out a video on how to increase subscribers. The guys that obviously have the secret don't put out. Hey, Ron, how are you? Welcome in. And the secret is luck. Part of the secret is luck. You can't get some people to understand that luck is a huge factor in the growth of your channel. Number one, you got to have something people want to see. My channel has a niche. It has a clique of people. Because my biggest channel growth was when I was doing my American Outsider, because a lot of people wanted to see American stuff explained in English. And when I started doing my American Outsider series I ended it, I went from 225 subscribers to almost 700 subscribers in a year. In the next year, since I ended year and a half, since I ended the American Outsider show, even though I've gone back to it, it's not the same format, I've gained 400 subscribers. Because I drew in a lot of people who wanted the American stuff and they wanted it in English. But I hit a point where I was like, okay, that's what I know. And I had people emailing me, talking to me, hey, how do you do this? How do you do block detection with the CS3? And how are you going to set this up? And it's like, I don't do that. I'm not doing block detection on my layout. I know everybody else on the earth wants to do block detection on their layouts. Everybody a lot of people want their layouts automated, which is awesome. And what you do to automate them is brilliant stuff. But I'm not in that crowd, okay? I can love what you do, but say that's not what I want to do. Hey, Ewan's here. Hi, Ewan. And so I can watch for hours if Jason or Ray or Heath is doing a video showing how they, or Hi here at H&H, if they're doing something. But sometimes there is a domino theory of luck. Somebody caught your live stream or somebody caught a video of yours, it got shared, it went viral within and everybody came to it. And it had what everybody wanted. There's a guy, I'll name him, Double O'Neill. Okay, Double O'Neill started just over a year and a half ago now, maybe. And I was like the 20th, 25th person to subscribe to his channel. And I remember telling him on one of his first videos and having a long chat with him that he was going to be huge. Why? Because he's a young, handsome man with a great speaking voice who's building and doing something new with his layout. And he shot past 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. just he exploded in size because he had all the it factors and some luck. A lot of people caught on to him. A lot of big names caught on and gave him shout outs, and that brought people in. But he's doing high quality work, building construction, making a layout, but he's also got a great personality. He's a great presenter. There's a lot of great things about him. Another guy that I was an early subscriber to, Ali at Wardle Road. Handsome young guy, very good at what he does, and when he started, boom, 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 and he just shot past 4,000 or 5,000 within a year because they just had that and the luck factor. My channel, you know, and I've said this many times before, and I don't want to keep drawing attention to it, okay? I have many of you have 100 or 200 subscribers, and I don't understand why you have 100 or 200 only and somebody else has 900 when you guys have the same type of channel. You just haven't caught the right groove yet. You got Ray Boble here who should have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 subscribers. He's been on YouTube for 7 years and he's got 500. And I'm sorry, Ray, I hate to say it like that and bring it up again. And I know you don't really care, but I do. Your channel should have a lot more subscribers than it does. But it just, for whatever, wherever, it hasn't caught. It hasn't caught the right groove yet. My channel will not catch the groove because if there's one thing I can claim, and prove me wrong, if you look at types of channels, my railroad channel, love it or hate it, bored with it, it's one of a kind. Everybody's channel is a little different, but there are niches, there are genres. The guy that's running his track on his table, on a carpet, blah, blah, showing his new trains. The guy that's building his layout in the loft. The guy that's very technical, doing all the electrical stuff and showing, you know. The guy that's buying new trains all the time and showing you, doing reviews of them. The guy that has a nice layout and is running his trains. There is no channel like this one. For better or for worse, I'm on an island of one. I get to keep my outsider label. I'm on an island of one. You could not find another model railway YouTube channel that's like this. That is, I run my trains, I occasionally do a little bit of something else. I'm never building my layout. And then I do all the comedy bits. The Matt Clarke stuff, the parody songs. Sure, there's somebody who does a parody song every now and then. Sure, there's somebody, but nobody is throwing it all together into one crazy bag like yours truly. Welcome, Mike B. How are you? Mike B. Hey, Joe Rader is here. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. Because everybody gets everybody's a member. And you know, I gave a video shout out just to one channel, Tim JD, a couple of weeks ago. And I think he got 3 more subscribers from it. So obviously I don't have great influence. Because I go to a channel, do you like to run trains? I don't care if you're a pro building the world's greatest layout, you know, Sir Everard Junction, or whether you're Alan Wiles at Dragon Junction, or Digger Evans here, another great channel, or Tim JD. To me, you're all equal. I'm egalitarian. Each of you had something cool enough for me to subscribe to. Because I love Everard Junction, but I could not watch his channel every day. But you know whose channel I can watch every day? Alan at Dragon Junction. Tim JD. Tim when he was Family Model Railway. Ray Boble. Because you have fun. And Everard is great. I would never criticize Everard Junction. Some people do. Yeah, he's not that great. Oh, he's great. And he's not arrogant. He's not a stick-in-the-mud prude. He does his thing and he says, look, I know some of you Well, I can't do the voice of God he has, but he's great. Charlie Chadwick, they're great. But there are other guys that, man, they just want to come on and they want you to see them as almighty God of the model railway community. And I'm the exact opposite of that. The biggest thing I want people to do is watch one of my videos and say, Dodge, that was funny. That's all I want. I want people to go to my Matt Clarke stuff and type in the comments, that was funny. I needed a laugh today, and that was funny. And my biggest issue is Artie. When Artie has been out on his doing these great tours of where he lives in Australia and given the history, and these are really cool. Artie's little live streams where he's out and about in his part of Australia, they're really cool. Go back and watch them. But tune me out, because my problem is I don't mean to, but I start trying to steal the show, and I shouldn't. But because I'm me, I start clowning around and doing my stuff and acting up, and it's his stream, and I probably shouldn't be doing that, but okay, you got to go paint another part, but you know, and I worry about that. Sometimes people call up because, I'd love to be called up on somebody's show and, hey, let's interview Dodge and talk about my channel as it is. But I would wear people out. People would get sick of me. That's why, like I said, most of my 1,000 subscribers are people that were here for the Miraklin. The other 100 or so are here for me, and that's friends and family. The number of subscribers, how many subscribers do I have? About 35. Because 35 is the number of people I get in the live feed on a good day, and I get about 35 thumbs up or comments on the videos I post. That's how many subscribers I have. And so I'm 58, but I'm like a 10-year-old with my locomotives. We all have the problems, but I don't necessarily need to share my problems. Last year or so, about a year ago when I screwed up my follow car system, I was offline for a bit. Well, no, I was off the midweek. I still did my live streams, but I was very depressed, and I didn't work with my trains at all other than when I did my live feed. Because that's the other thing. Everybody who does scheduled live streams, since I started doing live streams in 2019, I haven't missed a day in almost 2 years. I think I started in June of 2020. Yeah, June of 2020. I did my first Friday live stream. And I did a bunch at different times. And then I decided Friday was the best. And I've been going nonstop. And there's some of you that have been here since the beginning. And I just want to ask you, are you sick? Oh, that's good to hear, Kiwi Dave. Yeah, and the IC4 is another one that I have just been in love with it. A little sick, twisted love since I finally got it. Because, I'd been waiting for it for all those years. Almost 3 years since they announced it got to my house. I've been waiting 3 years for that ICE4. And, when you get that excited for something and then you get it, it's easy to be disappointed. Like, God, I waited 3 years for this crap. Oh, no, the ICE4 is the toy of toys. And yes, my model trains are toys, kids. They're toys. I play with my trains. I don't run my trains. I play with my trains. Yes, I am coming. In fact, I'm still waiting to hear from Stephen Price. He's had some things happen in his life, but Stephen Price is our travel agent. And Joyce has been panicking on top of that, and I'm starting to get nervous too. But he says he's got everything sorted. We just have to approve it, and then we'll start paying bills. But he said he didn't think he could make the show tonight, and he wants to live stream. He wants to have a chat with us and go over it, but he was supposed to send the paper. But we're having an issue where he's not getting my emails, and I'm not getting his emails. So I've been trying to communicate with them through Messenger and Facebook to see if we can exchange information. Hey, George, how are you? So yes, I will be in the UK. We just don't know where we're staying. The dates are already set. I can tell you where we're going to be. Joyce and I shall be in London, thumbing our nose at the royal family. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, UK people that like the royal family. I'm sorry, but we are Americans. We did break away from the whole royalty bit. We will be in London from June 2nd to June 4th. We're arriving early in the morning on June 2nd, and then we're spending the rest of June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Early in the morning on June 5th, we are heading to the Bristol area. We are going to the Bristol area, Bristol-Cardiff area. And we've got some ideas of what we're going to see there. June 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, we're in that Bristol area. But that includes Cardiff and all that region there. We're just Stephen is finding things for us to do. Oh, well, there's Dragon Junction right there. Hi, Alan. Were your ears burning, Alan? And then early on the morning of June 9th, we are heading up to Northern Wales, where we will be staying somewhere in the Colwyn area. That's what we got to find out where we're staying. It could be Carnarvon, it could be Conwy, it could be Colwyn, it could be Bangor, or we may be sleeping under Alan's shed. And we will be up there June 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, because I'm going to Carnarvon Castle, I'm going to Colwyn Castle, and if I can make a couple of other castles, because I'm a huge castle guy. That's one of the reasons I want to get to the UK. There's a billion castles I want to see. But that's through the 12th, June 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So 4 days in that part of Wales. The United Kingdom. Just don't say England. Then, on the morning of June 13th, we're taking the train from wherever we're staying up there in Northern Wales. Once the cops let us go after they chase us out from under Alan's shed. We will be heading to Liverpool. And we know where we're staying in Liverpool. We're staying at the Hard Day's Night Hotel. Woohoo! And while we're in Liverpool, we're going to go down to Manchester, and we're going to go see Jim at Hover Motion, I hope. Castle Coke, that's another good one. Then, on June, so we're in Liverpool for 4 days, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. On the morning of the 17th, we are catching somebody's train, or we're hitchhiking, or we're stealing a car. And we are going up to Stirling, Scotland, and Edinburgh. There, I said it right for you all. We're going to Edinburgh. We're going to Edinburgh. And we're going to pop in on Sleepy Chris and Shirley, wake them up. We're then going to go up to the neighbor's house and tap dance on Chris's roof just to bring back memories of his previous upper neighbors. You know, Artie, I will take that dare. I will wear one of my Liverpool shirts in Manchester. Hell yeah. We'll see how quickly I get beat up. All right, so we'll be in Edinburgh doing a whole bunch of things in Scotland from June 17th to June 20th. 17, 18, 19, 20. 4 days up there. Then, on June 21st, you better be writing this down, people. On June 21st, we are coming down from Edinburgh, and we're invading York. The fortifications will not hold us out. We shall be invading York, and we will be in York. And that's where we're hoping that we can all, through these live streams, pick a day in York where all of you I didn't get to meet because I wasn't in your part of the country at the time. But that we are going to go, Joyce and I, and whoever wants to meet us there, we're going to go to the National Railway Museum in York. The York National Railway, whatever you people over there call it, museum. And maybe we can just have a day and hang out together there. So that I can walk around like a celebrity, like me and my posse. And you can all go, that's Anthony Dodge, the famous YouTuber. And so yeah, we'll be doing that. So we'll be in York. I'm also touring a lot of battlefields from the English Civil Wars, especially in York. I'm going to go to Towton and also not from the English Civil Wars, but the Stamford Bridge battlefield where Harold the Unlucky defeated the Danish invading army. We're going to go over there and do that. And then we're back in London on June 25th for a couple of days, and we leave on June 27th. So we're leaving America on June 1st, arriving in the UK on June 2nd, and then we're leaving. So that's on the 27th. So that is the 2nd through the 26th. So that's about 25 days we are in the UK. Hey, Richard, how are you? Cayenne is on the audience. Cayenne! Opa! Well, again, if anybody wants to see us, we'll tell you what we're going to do. Because I want to see the Stirling battlefield, and I want to see Stirling Castle. Because I also like the border wards. And to those of you in Scotland, technically, although there's a lot of things that have happened, let me look this up. I've got to look this up real quick. Do I have it on this computer? Do I have it? I better have it on this computer somewhere. Where is it? There's me phone stuff. Don't tell me it's not on this one. Razzin' frazzin'. How could it not be on this computer? Wait, maybe it's inside this folder. Yep, there it is. Now I just got to find it. You're all watching me look for something. Is that it? I thought I had a copy of it. It's not here. The actual form is not here. Darn it. Where is it? All right, I don't have it on this computer. My apologies. Actually, you got to be careful, Artie, because June 27th, the day we're leaving, is Joyce and my 35th anniversary. We're celebrating our 35th anniversary by leaving the United Kingdom. Well, hello, Happy Valleys. Hey, Edward, how are you? Ray is off bowling. All right, get going. And Hadrian's Wall, I don't know. Maybe we'll try to find a way to hit it. Because it'd be cool. I mean, Joyce and I have no problem with what we call day trips, where it's 3 hours there, 3 hours back. So, from Edinburgh, is it 3 hours to Hadrian's Wall? 3 hours to it? If there's a way to get to it, we'll go. But anyhow, to go back to what I was trying to do, but I couldn't find it. The Dodge family, I have territory that is rightfully mine in Scotland. I just can't find the official titles. I thought I had it on this computer, but I don't have that form on this computer. I suppose I could Google it real quick, see if I can find the site that has it. Google. Not that one. Dodge Family College of Arts and Sciences. Yeah. Yeah. Not that one. Where is it? No, not the car Dodges. Damn it. They're important too, but that's not the one I want. Okay, here we go. I, James Headingley, called Guyan King of Arms, greetings in peace and Godspeed. Above all, that which appertains to the honorable office of a herald is first, to record the good fame and renown of all honest virtuous persons. So likewise is it suitable and fit to give and set in order such persons ensigns and arms of honor, so that their noble and valiant deeds of arms may be preserved in perpetual remembrance. And therefore, having regard to the loyal and valiant service of one Peter Dodge, a native of the town of Stopworth in the county of Chester, gentlemen, which he has had done and informed for my most dear and sovereign Lord, by the grace of God, King of England, Lord of Ireland, Duke of Guyan, as well as in several battles against his great enemy and rebel, Balliol, King of Scotland and vassal of England. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped. King Edward the First, Lord of blah, blah, blah. As likewise, at the siege of Berwick and Dunbar, there where in his duty and valiant courage he was conspicuous for the advancement of his renown and good content of my said sovereign Lord, who, in recompense of his said service and his special grace, gave to him and to his heirs forever the lordship of Puddenhue with the barony of Coldingham in the kingdom of Scotland. So, by King Edward the First, I am Lord of Puddenhue and Baron of Coldingham, wherever the hell that is in Scotland. By King Edward the First. And just because all that independence crap. In fact, my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather never got to go see it. Because by the time he tried to move his family up there, well, Robert the Bruce happened. But it's my land, damn it. It's my land. Sorry to hear that, Edward. So, I am the oldest. Well, wrong. My cousin Dave No, my cousin Greg is the oldest surviving eldest son of eldest son of eldest son, eldest son, all the way back to Peter Dodge, who was knighted by Edward I and made Lord of Pottinghue, or Pottinghue, however you Pictish people pronounce it, and Coldenham, whatever. I don't even know where the hell they are, but they're mine. King Edward I gave them to my ancestor. But they go to me because the other male cousins have no male heirs. My son AJ is the only direct male heir of that particular line of the family. The Dodges who started the Dodge Company branch off a little earlier. But we're the oldest sons of the oldest sons of the oldest sons. So that property is mine. And when I'm coming to Scotland, I'm coming to take it. I'm no English king. I'm just a Lord Noble, damn it. And I'd be just like your royal family. Because even though I'm taking an English land, I'm actually a Kraut. Mostly German, like your Queen Victoria, your King William. They were Germans. You are the frickin' Saxe-Coburgs. And then you change your name to Windsor. So I'm coming to take my territory. But I'm not wearing a kilt. And on my mom's side, weird as it is, even though my mom's parents were German, her mom's great-grandmother was an American descended from a Scottishman named Crawford from Ayrshire, Scotland. Watch some taxmen. Yeah, you have an estate over here that nobody's lived in for 500 years. That'll be 17 million pounds in back taxes, please. But I'd have a castle. Did you do that, Jim Tedesco? They actually advertise that. You can buy land in Scotland. Yes, you're right. The property does belong to my son, not him. But I'm his vanguard. I'm going ahead of him. I'm his herald, coming to proclaim the coming of my son. And you gotta watch out. My son's a chemist. He could make bombs. The Germans didn't run away from him, Artie. Half the Germans fought with him, and the other half are the ones that kicked his ass at the Battle of the Catalonian Fields. Don't go there. The Romans and the Greeks ran away from your great-great-great-grandfather. We Germans, half of us, the Ostrogoths, fought for you, and the other half, the Visigoths, fought against you and beat you. Nah. That's all right, Alan. I'll take the supermarket. But yes, true story. I had an ancestor that was knighted by Edward I, who was given titles and land in Scotland, but he never got them. Because by the time he was capable of going up there to get them, Robert the Bruce came in and blocked all that. But Edward's dead. Robert the Bruce is dead. So I think it's game back on. I don't know where my monocle went. never fear, my friends of the internet. Once I reclaim my lands and titles as rightfully mine or for my son, I shall not forget you, the little people, the peasants who supported me all along. And once I've reclaimed my lands, what's a little more? And that's the German side talking. Hey, Flymo, how are ya? Yeah, that little tank bit. And of course you get the keyboard warriors. You had a German and that was a British tank. I know! I couldn't find a picture that worked with a German tank. I needed a German tank with British soldiers. That was the best I could come up with. You spit the file of Buckfist empties. Actually, I'm going to go looking for the Holy Grail in the cave of Kair Banach. We're talking about my invasion of the UK, Flymo, and how I'm coming back to Scotland to reclaim title. That I actually have a copy of the paperwork where Edward I Longshanks gave my distant ancestor property in England to Lord Dodge, Sir Dodge. And I'm coming with a sword, and I'm going to have my coat of arms put back on. Okay, I got to show you this. If you think my Matt Clarke humor, and the naughty humor and the adult humor is something new, no, apparently we Dodges have been pervs all along. Let me show you the Dodge family crest if I can pull up the picture here. Add image. That's fine. Okay. Browse. Pictures. All right, this is a tiny picture. But this is a mock-up from the original Dodge coat of arms as granted by Edward I. And it is described in that letter I was reading. Yeah, that's a boob. That's a boob. A lactating boob on the family coat of arms. Now, there are members of the Dodge family. When the Dodge brothers made their big name with the car company and wanted to put the Dodge family crest on their cars, they were a little concerned about boob. And so they changed that to an I. But the actual thing says that it is basically a lactating breast. It is a breast dripping milk. That was our family coat of arms. So apparently we've been pervs all along. Hang on, for the second time that Loco has stupidly uncoupled. I don't know why. What the heck, dude? What is your major malfunction, princess? You are pissing me off with the shenanigans today. Okay, we should be back in business. Sorry about that. That's darn train uncoupled out of the blue again. I don't know why it's uncoupling. Hello, Joe. What you know? So yeah, it's All right, Ewan, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Shake coupley. This is the Merklin Telex or Relax couplings. It shouldn't be uncoupling. Anyhow, let's go back around and maybe, where is the DB dude? Oh, he's coming around quick. Whoops. Okay, let's back him up just a little bit. There you go. Again, for those of you who didn't see the video, that is the new fella right there. That is the newest member of the fleet. I am really, really pleased with this guy. He looks much better in person than he did in the original release pictures and diagrams. It really is really sharp looking. It looks much sharper live than what it originally did when I saw it coming out. I really like it. I think it works well with both this train and my IC cars. It's just, it really is, it's a great puller. It didn't feel like it had a lot of weight to it. It's not lightweight, but it's just lighter than my other really good, how do I want to phrase that? My other really good, he's lighter than my other really good pullers. He doesn't have quite as much, but the motor and the gearage must be really good because he goes up that incline without a hitch. Hey, Brandon Harris, welcome in. Yeah, I've got a train show to go this weekend as long as I'll be able to. Our Toledo local train show for the first time in 2 years is running this Sunday. It's tiny. I mean, it could probably fit in this this basement. But I'm going to go just because I haven't been to a train show in 2 years. So I'm going to go to that train show. And like I said, it's just been impressive out of the box. It ran in smoothly. It pulled these cars around from the get-go going up. Because I've got a lot of, like my my Beethoven train cannot run the outer circles because he cannot go up that incline. If he's pulling cars, he stops. He can't get up it either way. So he has to stay on this side of the layout. He has to stay on the flat area of the layout, because he cannot go up the incline. He's not a strong puller. He can handle what he's doing now as long as it's a loop with no inclines to it. But yeah, this 218, I like it a lot. I'm as the people in the UK say, I'm well chuffed with it. Yeah, Mike B, Joyce and I have, I mean, we're going to sound rich, and we're not. We're both public school teachers. We're not rich. But years ago, in 2003, well, it started in 2002, but in 2003, I started an exchange program, and I took kids from my urban high school to a high school in Germany, and we did an exchange program. And I ran that from 2003 to 2015 was the last time I took 2015, 2016 was the last time I took students. So Joyce and I went to Germany every year. And then we went, but the program came to an end because our school our school changed. The socioeconomic status of our school declined heavily. And kids just couldn't be a part of the program. I mean, it was never super expensive, but we just had more and more kids who either, some could afford to go, but they didn't want to host, which was stupid. And some just couldn't afford to go. And we had fewer and fewer kids signing up to take German, so we just could, because we had to have so many kids. We had to have at least 10 kids and preferably 12 to 15 kids to make the trip viable. But we did fundraising and tried to keep the price down. But all the kids had to pay was their airfare, and then the rest of their time in Germany was free. The day trips they took, the museums we went to, everything else was free. I got grants, and we did fundraising to pay for all that. Yes, yes, Edward. He needs the whole orchestra. Hey, Colin, welcome home. Hey, Rick, hello. The train show in Toledo is at Owens Community College. They have it at the main student union of Owens Community College. Hey, Carl, nice to have you here. Numbers are bouncing up. Some people have left. New people have come in. Did I miss anybody else? Because there's Rick. So yeah, Rick, it's at Owens Community College, what used to be Owens, whatever, Owens Tech. It's at their student union hall. And it's $10 to get in. And it's not worth the $10 to get in. I say that right now. It's not worth, there's not that much there that you should be paying $10 to get in. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I doubt it. Because I assume it'll be smaller than normal, and it's small to begin with. Like I said, you could probably fit most of the vendors in my basement. Because you don't have a lot of layups on it. It's just mostly guys selling their used trains. And I've never seen anybody there selling Märklin trains and track. But every now and then somebody's got a Fowler building I like, or a bridge section I like, or something else I like. And, or I'll buy scenics. Like every now and then you get a dealer that's selling scenery stuff, you know, ballast or whatever else. So, and I just haven't been to a train show, so I thought, but again, Joyce's family situation will affect that. That's cheap to get into a train show? I don't think so. Because for what little is there, $5 is about a fair price. Well, that sounds cool, Andrew T. Because I think Kieran was, or somebody was mentioning that a little while ago. So I'm going to go to that on Sunday morning. I'll go to the early bird show and get in early. But it's only a one-day show. And like I said, even before. Now, years ago, Toledo used to have this monster model train and toy show that filled up this area we had called the Rec Center, which was this big, gigantic complex that had the minor league baseball field and all these different halls, and it would fill up the full 3 buildings of the hall originally. But it was toys and model trains. And back then, I went for the toy show, not the model train show. But one of the guys who was part of the organizer of the train part of the show, he and the company that ran the toy show, ego issues, mostly on the American train guy. So he broke away, and now the toy show is really lame, and the train show is really lame. Yeah, but Artie, that's Australian money. That's like 50 cents to an American. Well, according to my computer over here, I have 31 people watching. Well, hello, Lee. Did somebody say Lee came in? There he is. Hello, Lee. Let me guess. You're listening, but working on your layout, right? So, yeah, it's been it's been a long time, so I've been kind of missing going to a train show. There was one in Columbus a few weekends ago, that would have been bigger and might have been cooler to go to, because there's at least one Miracle shop in Columbus, and if he opens up, then that might have been cool. Actually, the Australian dollar and the American dollar aren't that far apart. What'd we say the other day? It's like 1 to 133 or something like that. I try to keep an eye on the major currency stuff. You know, if not weekly, at least twice a month, I check up on what the exchange rate is. Dollar to pound, dollar to euro, American dollar, Australian dollar. There goes Beethoven, and there goes that guy through. Leave that on for a second, and that's a cool view. There goes Beethoven staring at you again. Probably wasn't the new train, was probably the one car it's pulling. There's a car that has a bit of a squeak on its bogey or truck, whatever you want to call it. The Norwegian kroner. That's a little harder. I know the Czech crown, which is about 1 to 23. I did know the Danish one because there was a Danish shop I wanted to buy a train from, and then the shop went out of business last year. Alright, I'm going to go fix this camera now if I can get it. That camera is tilted for some reason. Probably because I walked past it and bumped it. That looks a little better. It's kind of a cool view. And this is a view I don't share enough. Yeah, and our dollar's been falling for a while. It started falling a couple of years ago. You know, the last time Joyce and I were in Germany, we were paying $1.05 to the euro, $1.05 to get €1. Last year it got up to 120. Actually, that'd be 2020. It got all the way up to 120. Now it's back down around 112, 113 the last I checked. But that's still rough. But the dollar's been weak for 20 years, ever since. You know, the funny thing is, the European community created the euro to try to get it exactly equal to the dollar. And for the first couple of years, it was equal to the dollar. And then George Bush decided he wanted to weaken the dollar. Now, this is not politics. This is just what happened. George Bush thought it would be good for the economy to weaken the dollar. The idea, a weak dollar means people invest more money on the American side of it, you know, take advantage of the weak dollar and buy more here. But it doesn't work that way. Although economics say in some ways it should work that way, economics never follows economic principle and theory. It's a big layout. Stunning, I think, is the wrong word. The trains are stunning. That's my selling point. I got lots of cool trains. I never downplay my trains. My layout is just a bunch of stuff I've thrown all over the place. But it's big. I got room. And it fills what I need. I've got ADD and all these trains moving in constant motion is what I need. I don't need operations. Love the guys that do it. Don't take that wrong. Love the guys that do operations. But it's not my thing. And I wouldn't mind hanging out with people and doing operations just to have fun doing it. But I don't want operations on my layout. I don't need automation on my layout. I don't need a computer controlling everything. This is what I like. Just letting them run and sitting back. If you guys, like yesterday when I came down to make sure everything was ready to go for the show tomorrow, I just turn them on. I make sure the cameras are set. And then I just sit back here and I do this. And I'll turn on the OBS just because I can sit here on the OBS and see this picture. And I can say, oh, cool, I want to watch my train. I don't know if you saw the lights go on at the station there, but I can watch my train go through the station. No, Artie. I've already paid a fortune to have my basement done and redone, which actually I did. I did all the work I was legally allowed to do myself on my basement. We'll catch this guy coming through. We'll catch both guys coming through. But you know, there are people that watch those trains going past the stops and they go, but the train should be stopping at the station. You need to have the train stopping at the station. No, I don't. You need that. I don't need that. You need it, not me. That's how it is. And if I want a train to stop at the station, I can do this. Whoops, wrong one. So I can't do that now. I'll catch the next one when it goes through. Okay, I can do it this time. Yep, nothing happening at the station right now. Nothing happened. But if I want a train to stop at the station, I do that. And voila, I have a train stopped at the station. So So, okay, he stopped at the station. Now, in real life, the train might sit there for 10 minutes. It might sit there for 15. It might sit there for 3. The high-speed trains are always just 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes to get on your high-speed train. If you're from the time it stops at that station. Now, you may have had an hour to wait there, but from the time it arrives, it's 3 minutes in Germany. So now this guy will take off. Yeah, it's been up. It's actually broken. I broke it about 2 years ago. Oops, I broke it. All right, well, here comes that one new Loco again. No, we're going to go to the DB4 camera if I can get there fast enough. DB4, there it is. Let's catch him coming this way. There he is. There's the new guy one more time. You kind of enjoyed that. And that's fine. And yeah, every now and then I'll do that if I feel like, okay, I'm going to pretend the train is stopping at the station and pick some people up. But in the end, I do have ADD, and I just like to see the motion. I just need everything in motion. And what it does, it really, it calms me. And I can sit here and go, I've ridden on that train, I've ridden on that train, I've ridden on that train, I've ridden on that train. And I remember the ride. And I can sit back here and just go, we were going to Dresden. We were going to Berlin. We were going to Hanover. And I remember the views out the window. Either conversations with Joyce or when I was going with students, the conversation with students. It's been tough down there. It's been so tough down there, the kangaroos have been migrating up here. ADD comes in so many forms. Like, Joyce has ADHD. Now, both our cases are mild, okay? We're not severe. We're low on the spectrums. But, Joyce is perpetual motion. Joyce is perpetual motion. I have that kind of ADD where I can be completely monofocused on one thing. And everybody goes, I thought ADD was attention deficit disorder. But one aspect of it is you can be so monofocused on something you don't even catch the rest of the world is on fire. Or your mind is everywhere on everything at the same time. I go both ways. And running trains is great because I can go over here and then I can go over here, and there's always something in motion, something happening that can catch my attention. But then I can decide to zero in on one of the trains and just go with it. Well, you know, and as most of you may know, and if you didn't, A, I'm a teacher. B, I've been a teacher for 36 years, and I'm retiring. If you haven't known that, you haven't talked to me because I talk about it a lot. I'm retiring. And I have middle of May. So I have, 2 months? This is middle of March. So March, April, May. So I have like 9 weeks, maybe 10 weeks left in my career. And there is a lot of melancholy, a lot of nostalgia that hits. All right, Kieran, take care. Hey, XMG, how are you? Thank you for that, Kieran. I appreciate it. The good times, some of the bad times. But, like, for example, I've been getting stuff out of my room, stuff I want to bring home, because after so many years, like, I've been in this particular classroom I'm in, I've been in this room for, since 2010? No, 2008. So that's 14 years just in that classroom. I've been at this school for 20 years. That's just the one school. Right, Stefan. It doesn't have to be in motion. See, that's why I'm low on the spectrum. And I didn't even think I had ADD until Joy showed me all the check marks. I don't take medication or anything for it, but it's like, yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that. Oh, yeah, you have ADD. But that's just it. I can go sit in the living room for hours. I can get up Saturday morning, 6 o'clock, go sit in my living room, watch TV, and not move all day, especially if I'm depressed. And most people think of ADD as the gotta be moving. That's the ADHD. ADT is attention deficit disorder, where your attention is inconsistently placed. You're focused too long or too extreme on one thing and missing everything else, or you got to be focusing on too many things. You can't focus on one thing. So it's both ways. Hey, Roy, welcome in. But, yeah, the thing is, I've been cleaning my room out, bringing stuff home. And the biggest thing was I've started taking stuff off the walls. My classroom has been decorated the same way for 14 years. And now 2/3 of that stuff is down. And it's like I walked into my room this weekend after taking a bunch of stuff down last week. I came back on Monday. And it just hit me. I've been taking this stuff down, but I walked in Monday, and it's like my brain was expecting to see the same old classroom it's seen for 14 years. It's like everything's down. And it just, even though it's been like that a few days, it just hit me. I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving. And I've still got a ton of trash to get out of my room. Stuff I've accumulated over the years. Because I've got 36 years of stuff. Well, actually, I still have stuff, but a lot less. Like, I went through right before Christmas break, and I filled bags full of worksheets and dittos, pamphlets and stuff that I haven't used in years, and I always held on to them. I might want that again someday. Gone. I just took so many bags of stuff out. I cleaned out all my filing cabinets. Every time I finish a chapter, all the worksheets, all the assignments, I'm like, well, I'll never be using this again. Chunk. I don't think it's ever affected my life in a negative way. I think, to a degree, ADD has been great for me. But, see, the other thing is, I don't know where the ADD and the autism, because I'm also low-spectrum autism. It helped me. I learned a lot. I just play dumb on live streams. But my knowledge, my knowledge basis, the things I'm interested in, I'm extremely knowledgeable in, because as a kid I could read a 400-page book from front to back on a topic and remember it all in a day. 400 pages was nothing. Boom. And then I never read just one book on a topic. I always read 3 or 4 other books to see, what does this guy say about it? So if I read about the Battle of the Little Bighorn, Custer's Last Stand, I read 4 or 5 books on it to see, what does this guy say? What does this guy say? What does this woman say? What does this woman say about the battle? And I just read it all. I don't know if I could do a 24-hour stream. It would be a challenge. I know people have done it, but I would not want to do what Jack does and run the same train. These trains need to rest. Running them 24 hours straight would not be good for them. They do need to rest. But where I ran one train for a while and then switched it, I could do that. And then you guys actually see me taking trains out, because half my trains I load on manually, where I take them off the shelf and put them on the track, and the other half I shunt, although I think shunting's the wrong term. A 24-hour live stream. Maybe after I retire. I only slept about 4.5, 5 hours last night, I think. Maybe 4 hours last night, because we were dealing with Joyce's family stuff last night and wound up. I get up at 4:45 every morning, and I was still awake at midnight, and then I got up a couple of times between midnight and 4:45. So I think I got about 4 hours of sleep and I'm dead. If I were to turn this computer off, I'd be asleep. But I'm up for a challenge. Just let me retire. When I retire and I don't have to do something in the morning, I'm up for it. You've already challenged me to wear my Liverpool t-shirt in Manchester, which I will do. And if some Manchester wanker gives me issue, I'll put him down the American way. See, the problem is mentally, and I could go for 24 hours. I could do it. Afterwards is where the problem would be. I would be dead, and my body would be going, what the hell were you thinking doing that? I do not have a camera car. I do actually have a GoPro. Hey, tell you what, let's do that. Where's Knucklehead coming along? Which one? Who did I have pushing it? Oh, yeah, I had that one. Let's do that real quick. So, come here. Come here, Philip. Where are you? Oh, he's coming around there. All right, so... Hello, cousins. All right, a little closer. All right, so here we go. Power on. Oh no, let's do it this way. Beep, beep, beep. Now, which way is the best way? Which way is the best way? We'll do it this way first. Let's see, he'll go up. Yeah, so this is the best way. Bear with me, kids. I'll do this real quick. I do what I call the passenger view. All right, so now I have to set this up, so give me a couple of more minutes. Hey kids. Oh, Andrew's leaving, which Andrew T is taking off. All right, Andrew, take care. It was great to see you again. Hope you're well. Let me see. Where am I at? Do it again. We got to find it. There it is. GoPro quick. And while that's doing, I will start this because then they will all read each other right away. Yes, you down. Not now. Can we just do what I want to do? Control your phone. Come on, chop chop. We'll get this started and see how it works. Okay, we want set up live. Other RTMP. All right, now it's got to find the network. Takes about 5 minutes for this to happen. All right, Flymo, take care. Is Flymo leaving? Okay, yeah. Yes, I want you to use that network. Why do you even ask? It's always the same one. All right, continue. Go live. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, I gotta set it up. Give me a second. All right, there it is. I just got to rotate this real quick. Whoops. Transform. Dummy. Why did I do it that way? All right, well, transform. Rotate 180. You are right in that bus's line of sight. There, we'll move that bus out of the way. We'll send them down here. All right, so here we go. All right, can you do this? Can you handle a push and a pull? All right, Taurus, take it away. Now there's about a 3-second delay on this. Well, I don't pigeonhole myself either, but I do have these, and it has explained some things in life. Let me take this. You can go down there. Wow, it's almost 6 o'clock, but hello. All right, take care. No, it was awesome to have you here. I probably should have slowed them down going through the station. I'll try to remember to do that next time. But there, now you get basically a full tour of the layout. And all that's not there. All that's there and all that's not there. Is that coming through buffered, or are you getting a good video of it? You're getting buffered. All right. Yeah, my CPU doesn't like it. I need to turn off half the cameras. If I shrink it down, it actually gets better. Oh, nope, it goes up. It spikes. So yeah, you guys are getting a buffering version of it. Yep, it's buffering, George. I've got way too much attached to this computer and it doesn't like it. When I had this guy, because my CPU usage jumps from 50 to 70 when I turn this on. So it'll be good for a bit and then it'll stop. See, my problem is I'm watching it through OBS and not seeing the buffering. I have to look on my other computers to see, yeah, it's buffering. I call this the passenger view. Where is the new locomotive? It's pushing the camera, Jean. Welcome in, Jean Ricard. Hello. George, that's not what will solve the problem. I mean, I could solve the problem by dropping everything on the live stream to 720 instead of 1080. But even then, that might not work because my CPU does not like how much power I'm draining from it. This is all in the CPU of my computer. The reason it buffers is my CPU is being maxed out. So it can't handle processing all this information plus that camera and then sending it to YouTube or sending it to OBS, which sends it to YouTube. When I run this camera by itself, if I turn all these other cameras off and just run this, it runs about 35% of my CPU. The minute I have all these other cameras on with this one, whoops, I wanted to stop that and go ahead and take it off. The minute I do that, my CPU starts running over. Now see, since I turned it off, I'm down to 54% of CPU. The minute I go back to it, I'm up over 70, sometimes spiking up to 75, which is bad for the CPU, and so the computer can't handle it and buffers. I need a stronger CPU. I've got a decent one, but this one wasn't designed to do 12 cameras. So you get the buffering. That's why you get this. Now, for YouTube, if I decide to broadcast in 720, it would take some of the pressure off. So if I drop down to 720, but I like to show things off at 1080. I hope that makes some sense. All right. Hey, Mark, thanks for sticking around. I'm going to have to be cutting this short in a few minutes myself because it is 6 o'clock. It's dinner time. And my daughter and I got to eat. It's sadly, Joyce is not going to be home anytime tonight. I don't know how or when she'll be home. Because they started today with the idea that they had to go clean out all his stuff out of his previous home, the one that he was being neglected and that they're looking at legal action against. Oh. Oops. But Jean Ricard wanted to see the new train, so I will. Oops, I didn't stop it soon enough. But there it is, Jean Ricard. It's running through. You'll see it on different ones. What speed do I have him at now? That's 103. I like to keep them about 95 kilometers an hour. Dude, come on. Register it. 75, 83, 84, 85. There you go. Come on. 88. Couple more. Now that's got him at 90. Okay, that's good enough. But, all right. Thanks, Edward, for stopping in. Appreciate it. But the theme today was my coolest or funkiest liveried Locos that weren't Railjets. That was the theme today. So yeah, that squeak you're hearing with the new Loco isn't the new Loco. It is the ski on the Steuerwagen, the control cab. That's it. But yeah, so this guy has been a blast to have. I ran him in Wednesday during during making the video. I filmed some of it, the showing off the details. Then I ran him in, and then I started filming again and did about 20 minutes filming to get some of the different shots of him going around. And I was just impressed with this guy. He is, it's a heck of a locomotive. I'm impressed with it. Let's do this here. There you are, fella. Whoops, I did not set you back on, but that's okay. Everything's off. Let's go ahead and go here. Nexi Solo. All right, so yeah, he's not light, but he doesn't feel as heavy. Although right now he's feeling a little heavier than I thought he felt the other day. Maybe I'm just tired today. But that is just, I find it more striking in person than I did in the video reviews of the guys that bought theirs back in November, December. There's just a lot to love there. And this is, of course, the joke. If you can, I don't know, can I black the light out? The Märklin version, the driver is on the Märklin end. And there's no driver on the Pico end. No driver on the Pico side. But the only thing that's Märklin or Pico about it is Märklin put their name on this end and Pico put their name on that end. The other thing represent companies that are involved with the charity in that. But they just put their names on to help support it all. But yeah, it's very, very, it's cool. Let me show you the top details. I mean, you know, the fan is, you know, I know a lot of you guys buy the models where the fans, you can see straight down into them. This one doesn't. That's cool if they do it, but this one, I wasn't worried about that. To be honest, I'm never so worried about the top. I'm always, when I get one of my new trains and I see how much details, like the Czech Railjet or a couple of the others where it's got a lot of detailing on the top, just the little stuff that gets me. But yeah, I'm impressed with it. This has been one of the most impressive ones straight out of the box that I've ever bought in terms of how well it's run. Like I said, I've got a couple of Locos I know are heavier than this one, but this guy has no trouble. He is pulling a long rake of cars up a 2 to 3% incline back here. That was impressive, and I'm lucky that I can afford to buy it. It was, if you want to know, I'll tell you, it was $300 American dollars. With shipping, I think it came to $310, $320, but it's about $300. Okay, everybody's already dropping out. I think there's a few of you, but yes, I just yeah. If you want to see more detail about it, please go to the video I dropped Wednesday, and please don't forget, check out Matt Clarke. Leave comments, leave a little love or hate, whatever. But anyhow, on behalf of Joyce, who can't be here with us today, I'm going to say thank you all for. Am I going to buy the Pico version as well? That's not the plan right now. Loco is releasing a red version, and I want a red 218 as well. Originally, I wanted the red 218 with the cream and green 218 because that's the consist I see when I'm in Germany. And then I decided to go ahead and buy this one. So I think I'm going to go for a red 218 to go with this one. But there's a Loco one coming out later this year. But anyhow, so yeah, I'm sorry if I missed questions. Guys, it's been a very distracting day, and the best thing is you guys have been a good distraction for some of the stuff. On behalf of Joyce, just keep Joyce in your thoughts because this has been a tough time for her family. And what's happened this week, actually the last 3 weeks, but it really only exploded towards the end of last week and through now is just criminal, the way he was being treated at his new home. So I guess legal action will have to be discussed, but her family is not confrontational, and they need to be in this case. So I'm going to babble because I don't know when I'm going to see Joyce, because she'll be at the hospital probably through the night for her brother, because they're going to hang out. So anyhow, thanks for popping in, as you always do, to everybody who left or anybody who watches this on replay. Thanks for supporting this channel. I appreciate it. Haven't missed a Friday in 2 years, and I don't plan to, although I don't know if there'll be a Matt Clarke next week, because I haven't written, I've got the plot, I just haven't written the next scene. Things have just been too crazy, and I haven't been able or in the spirit to just sit down and write it, because I wound up rearranging a couple of things and moved the scene up that I didn't plan on moving up, and so now I don't have scripts written for the next scenes. So we'll see. I'll try to get something going fast. Anyhow, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains, everybody.